of the Castle Liquor Store and Souk. They described their brand personality as small town, friendly, trendy, successful, and responsible. So there's a mix of modern and traditional values there. And their conversion goal really is to focus on sales. But since you can't sell liquor online, I would actually say that a better first goal or transactional goal here would be to start a newsletter and have people sign up to the list that then encourages the in-store sales. And then the third thing is that their existing website challenge, as you can see, it's old and outdated, so it doesn't represent the store. So they really want a fresh look. So first of all, your homepage is the most important page to quickly and clearly tell people what you offer and how it serves them. And it should really establish your brand and be a teaser menu into the various areas of your website. So we're going to start here with the visual design. So the first thing, obviously, is I don't feel like this website reflects the brand values at all. Also, because the Castle Liquor Store is such a highly visible location in Souk, it's literally like you drive over the main bridge as you're entering Souk. It's there on the left-hand side. It's a well-established place. It's been there for a number of years, a long time. It's a family business. I feel like the only thing that really gives that impression a little bit is the old school logo, this very traditional looking logo, and a not very great photo of the premises. I know they're focusing in on the liquor store portion of the building, but I feel like they could actually just highlight the entire building, either maybe with a more clear and larger illustration, maybe used as a background element, some sort of element to pull that historical piece into and through the website as part of their brand. So certainly they need to be looking at updating the branding and updating the website to then reflect that branding that has that mix of traditional and the modern. So the first thing I really noticed about this website beyond that is that this is very busy. This photo gallery slideshow really doesn't do anything for promoting individual and unique products. It just shows the store. This type of thing might be useful on more of like an about page where you would have some shots of the store, like products on shelves as a whole. But just to show this on the homepage, it doesn't really do anything for the goals of focusing on products and the sales that they have. And so the other thing is that there's really nothing to the site. We have home, which you don't really need a menu item for home because the logo should always link back to home. Let's see if it does. It doesn't. Okay, so that's a standard thing that's missing here, is that the logo always links back to the home page. So other than home, there's really just video tips, which this doesn't look like these are their videos. These look like just videos that they've curated and plunked into a page. I don't really know how useful this is. I don't think it leads anybody to what their conversion goals are, which is to get people into the store to buy products. Contact is the only page that actually does that at this point because it gives people the address and the phone number and the hours, which are really important. But this type of information should actually just be part of a standard footer. So I think that's a missed opportunity here, is that the footer should actually be expanded. It should have a call to action to join a newsletter and start an email marketing list. And that would be for your regulars and people that want to see when you have new products. Maybe you're announcing something seasonal. So you want to have a call to action to join that newsletter. And then you want to have this information, where you are, how to contact you, what are your hours. This is really important for a liquor store. People want to know, how late are you open till? Can I run down there and get a 6-pack? So that's a missed opportunity on not only the homepage, but all pages, is to have this footer really expanded out. So there's not really much more to look at in terms of the existing site. So what I will say, moving on to some of these other things in addressing these goals is, again, I would start a newsletter and email marketing. That's also something that gives you a measurable goal of how many people are on that newsletter, how many people engage with it, how many people open it, click on links. As far as the website, what I would do is I would completely redesign this. I would focus on the branding first and really get that dialed in, create a brand that has a classic traditional element to it and a modern element. It's like a marriage of those two things and really addresses those values: small town friendly, successful, responsible, with the dash of trendy in there. And then the homepage would be really focused about your new products. Maybe this whole middle area would actually just be featuring 4 to 6 new products or seasonal products that you want. It would be very minimalist, not cluttered. You just really focus on those products. And then as you scroll down the homepage, you would have some more information about maybe a bit of the backstory about that it is a family owned business and that it is, supporting a small town. If you're involved in any sort of things where you're giving back to the community, mentioning that, and then having read our story, learn our story, and maybe that goes to an about page that elaborates a little bit more on that. Obviously, the contact page is still important to have that in one central location, so you would still have a contact page, but I would definitely include that in the footer of every page, as well as your social links. I would definitely not have them as the first thing on the website. I would include those as part of a standard footer. And then the other things are things like the logo. You might have still a large version of the logo, but then as you scroll down on any page, the navigation bar stays at the top, but the logo minimizes to maybe just like an icon version of that logo. So again, this goes back to the branding where you would want to make sure that you have a complete logo suite of not only a larger logo that might work on any sort of merch, t-shirts, something like that down the line, but that would also work for very small applications such as an icon or like that shrinking logo on the website. And then also honing in on things like the colors and what does that look like. I think in this case, pretty obviously that the color would be the red, but I don't think it would be this bright red. I think it would be more of a muted traditional red, something that is a little bit more cranberry in color. It's interesting to note that that's actually one of the colors of the year in the modern trends, so that might be something to go for as well. So certainly I would focus on the products. I might also, depending how much data entry you want to do, you might have different sections. So you'd have your beer, your wine, your spirits, your ciders, your coolers. That would be pretty standard what people are looking for, and they might be able to drill down by those categories and just see what you have in store. Now, it really depends on how much time and effort you want to go into maintaining your product list online, or whether you want to just let people know that you have these things, or whether you just want to let people know that you have particular new things. These are all business questions and out of the scope of a website audit particularly, but I'm happy to always discuss those types of things. Strategy, love that stuff. So this is pretty much it for a basic website audit. There's not too much else to go over at this point. So I look forward to speaking with this client. Thank you very much.